All right, this is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth, and I've actually got a very disturbing message for you. And so I'm going to break this down. I just wanted to show you a little bit of what it looks like here and give you an opportunity, of course, to reach out and call me anytime you like. I encourage everybody to seek the truth with all your heart because it matters for eternity. Right now, what we've got going on, we've got some limited access to commerce in our neighborhood, in our area where I live, the Myrtle Beach area, South Carolina. Of course, the sun approaching there and the ocean is over there about 4 miles away. The moon high in the sky up there right now. That's not the big deal. What's the big deal is we've got a collapse of the worldwide economy, and with technology that's integrated into our atmosphere and us, humanity's in a lot of trouble. And that's what this is all about. I want to let you know that there is a technology that's actually integrated through the aerosol dispersals that we've been breathing in and swallowing. It's in the hydrosphere, the water cycle of the world. And there's very disturbing technology that's been integrated through artificial intelligence and in our world. And it's deadly. It's going to kill off a bunch of humanity. And this is meant to be a bit alarming because I want you to know, I want you to be able to make an informed choice on your eternity. Where will you spend it and why? That's what this is all about. I want you to know that we are at a point in human history, apparently a culmination of time in our human experience. So there's the COVID-19 that almost anybody would test positive for, especially if the test has the virus in it. There's a lot of false positives, a lockdown of much of humanity, and the 5G technology that's being perpetrated on all of us is affecting our physiology. Some people's physiology, we're all like a little science project. We've added stuff to it. If you want a little titanium dioxide, go ahead and have some M&Ms. I've got a friend who loves M&Ms. I used to as well. If I want chocolate, I'll go ahead and have some chocolate chips, semi-sweet, but a lot of the colorings, a lot of the preservatives have an integrated heavy metal composition that is activated by the electronics that's all around us. I had a video called you could hashtag borax on my channel. And what the borax does, it's 99.9% boron. The links are in the description. It mitigates or reduces some of the impact of the smart dust. Smart dust as in nanotechnology that is integrated in our physiology and can be activated by the devices that we have, a smartphone, the wireless 5G and cellular, all of that. It's all around us. We can't get away from it much, really. And I'm blowing the whistle on all of it. If you're a Tesla fan, I actually have ordered the Tri-Motor. There it is. And here I am photoshopped into the Tesla Roadster. The unfortunate thing is an autonomous vehicle is an autonomous weapon. Think about the movie that Will Smith was in, I, Robot, I believe it was. And it was all good until the robots got a virus. Well, what if the intended purpose of the technology, the robots, was actually initially to reduce human population? Elon Musk was able to get like a couple $1 billion early on to make Tesla work. All he needed to do was take some shipments to the ISS. And he used SpaceX to do that. For gosh sakes, he could have probably taken a pickup truck and driven some stuff over to the ISS. From what I understand, it's one of the biggest psychological black budget money pits ever created and perpetrated on humanity. You can look it up if you want. I've got a few haters that come on around my Facebook. I'm on YouTube right now because the quality of YouTube is far better. Technology, crisper images, and all of that. I'm not anti-technology. I'm just anti-technology that kills people. How about that? Well, we're in a massive kill grid, somewhat of a lockdown. I'll show you what's going on around. There's actually quite a bit of traffic here. We're not in the draconian lockdown of some more metropolitan areas. What we have had is a tremendous amount of fuel delivery trucks that are topping off all of our trucks here. The hotels have largely been closed down to guests. However, there are permanent residents in some of the facilities, and of course, they've been allowed to stay. I've been going out to the beach. I'm actually going to Home Depot right now to get some heirloom seeds so I can grow some food. When I went to Walmart to get seeds yesterday, they were gone. I asked Terry where they were. I've known Terry for years. She said, "Oh my gosh, they took them away." It's not that they sold out of them. What they did was they took the pod for the vegetables away. You can still buy flowers. Evidently, you can eat flowers. You can eat grass, and you can eat some trees, parts of a tree. Ewell Gibbons, I remember hearing about him when I was a kid. You know, we're going to have to figure out more of what we can eat without being able to buy it at a store. If you can catch it, if you can shoot it in the woods, little varmints or whatever, or eat bugs, it's going to be coming down to that. The supply chains are being absolutely fractured and severed, and FEMA's in charge. Just so you know, if you want to know what it's going to look like, take a look at the confiscations and the lockdowns that took place around Hurricane Katrina when FEMA was in charge there. Donald Trump is basically a puppet. He's out there in front. If you don't like it, too bad. All these people, the haters that have been criticizing me and others for fear-mongering, I'm just trying to help make you informed on what the heck is actually going on. Wake up and smell the coffee, drink it. It's going to get really ugly. Now, I put my phone number there so you can call me if you want. Keep in mind, all of our activity that can be is track, trace, database, threat assess. The reaches of that are mind-blowing. There's a technology called hydrogel. You can look at it on DARPA. I added DARPA to my playlist. You can go on over the DARPA TV. It's only got like maybe less than 150,000 subscribers, but it's the official DARPA network, and I featured the artificial intelligence playlist. You should know what they're doing. Google/DARPA artificial intelligence, it's a kill grid for humanity. There's going to be an integration of technology sufficiently that we're looking at like the body snatchers going on. Some of this particulate that we're breathing in gets integrated into the brain, into the physiology, and it's activated with electronics. So I've been bathing in highly purified, carbon filtered, and yes, solar activated drinking water for over a year and a half now. And I've been off of fluoride for many years. I brush with borax and baking soda in water. I exfoliate with gloves that I soak in the baking soda / borax water to kill any fungus. The self-replicating bioelectric nanoparticulate that's in our bodies is activated by the electronics, and it's like a fungus. So you can kill some of that off with drinking a little bit of baking soda and borax water. It's healthy. Yeah, I'm making health recommendations. Stop putting shit in your body. Take a look at what the heck they're putting in the environment in the way of food preservatives, colorings, tanning solutions, or sunscreens, all the toxic garbage that's in the personal hygiene products and more. You should know that they are toxifying humanity, and they're going to be killing off. It will be killing off many people. Now, keep in mind, God, the creator of the world as we know it, is all powerful, omniscient, all knowing. So omnipotent is all powerful, omniscient is all knowing. He's large and in charge. He knows what he's doing. Nothing happens in this world that he doesn't either cause or allow. That's the great news. What I encourage everybody to do is to seek the truth with all your heart, because it's going to matter for eternity. Where will you spend it and why? Here's the great news. All of God's children will absolutely be born again, even though I'm exposing some scary, freaking stuff. We've got the truth portrayed in humor and in media, in entertainment. It's all programming, and a lot of fiction on the news. So the news is fear-mongering, but it's not telling the true story. It's not telling you how toxic things are that are going in your body if you're unaware of it. The sodium fluoride in the water, the other people's prescriptions that are in the drinking water, because there isn't a filtration available for municipalities that's being integrated in that. That's why I'm bathing in and drinking the highly purified water. Do you know how much a gallon of water weighs? It depends on temperature. That temperature variant drives the water cycle of the world. You should know that. It's around 8 pounds. I move about 700 pounds of water a day, and I eat super healthy. Liquefy fruits, vegetables, seeds, apple cider vinegar, fruit juices, grape juice, all of that. Apparently, Celeste is on my channel. Celeste Solum is an individual that worked with FEMA and decided to go public when she couldn't stand what she was being a part of. And she has basically blown the whistle on so much of this. Interestingly enough, it's all hidden in plain sight anyway. If somebody wants to take a look through my playlist, there's beautiful, relaxing music video from all over the world and hard-hitting documentaries exposing the way artificial intelligence is going to be killing off a lot of humanity. AI, artificial intelligence, has administrative access to the entire internet, including the creation and distribution of electricity. Imagine New York City without electricity. But wait, there's more. The substations for cell towers and all that can have electricity to further contaminate your body, the cellular structure of your body. And that's part of what the COVID response is the toxification of your body. So when they're talking about home-to-home, door-to-door evaluation and testing of people and quarantining, even against their will, I do not consent. Just know that. You can hashtag my name if you have some kind of a curiosity of what in the heck is actually going to happen with me. You can keep hashtagging my name. AI can interrupt all that and delete it all. I'm at the Home Depot right now. Here again, we can get some plants, but not, I guess you could eat them if you wanted to. My point with all this is that there's a lockdown of humanity in many areas. It's very complicated to get around on some of this. The reason why I want to let you know is so that you can make an informed choice. I'm the digital version of the end is near guy, like in Los Angeles, ringing the bell, the big beard, the sandwich board saying the end is near. Repent. Yeah, I'm saying, hey, have a change of mind, have a change of heart. This is not necessarily an intellectual issue. It's an issue of the heart. Do you want to know the truth, or do you want to believe the lie that you currently believe? And if you were deceived, how would you know? Well, you would have to encounter somebody that has the cojones to tell you. I'm telling you right now, we're in a kill box. The whole globe is. The globalists. We don't live on a globe. The earth is a stationary level plane. There would be no level anywhere on a spinning water ball hurling through space. Now, I've had some people say, I was right with you until you mentioned the flat earth. Well, it's not flat. We've got mountains above and below sea level, over 5.5 miles. One of the reasons why this is important is because the truth matters. If you don't want to know the truth about the situation, then you can find content on my channel that you may really enjoy. Beautiful, relaxing music video and time-lapse videography that shows perfectly still, flat, and level water. How about that? When lasers are calibrated, they use a liquid level to do it. Recently, I just added some videos to the top of my playlist, like a railgun that'll shoot 128 miles and doesn't have to factor in for any curvature. The Navy has it. How about the naval laser weaponry? How about that? And one of the videos that I covered, that I featured, was some of the most dangerous times to be alive. Well, you're looking at it right now. The most dangerous time in human history. It's going to be the massive kill off of humanity. Now, here's the thing that I want you to consider. God's word says in Revelation 13 that there will be a time that people will need to accept and worship the image of the beast, the mark of the beast. The great news that all of God's children will not do that. We will not be deceived. Satan's children will be deceived. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 says to everybody forever, they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion. They're going to believe the lie they want to believe, and God is going to help them do it because they're Satan's children. Now, the Gospel of John talks about you need to be born, Jesus saying you need to be born again to even see the kingdom of heaven. It takes a little more than 2 hours to hear the Gospel of John. I've recorded it many times. I've got thousands of hours of video on my channel that I've created myself, and much of that is an audio Bible merged with the beauty of creation. Now, here's what I want you to consider for those of you who believe you have free will. I want to enlighten you on something right now. It's what Jesus said. They were born of the Spirit, not the decision of man. God decides. So I thought I was born again in 82 until I actually was in 2014. He gave me, right around, as best I can tell, it was Halloween. There was human sacrificing, blood-drinking Satanists, and I was born of the Spirit. Wow, what a sense of humor God has. So even though I worked at a full-time ministry, Rawhide Boys Ranch in New London, Wisconsin, from 1991 to 2002, I was a dead man walking and didn't know it. I so successfully had myself and others convinced that I was born again that I was selected to lead character development classes and actually help build a massive sanctuary for a mega church. Christ the Rock Community Church in Menasha, Wisconsin, all while chopping firewood, getting ready for Y2K, homeschooling our sons, and being foster parents. How about that? I worked in a judicial facility for a youth facility, Rawhide, for judicially challenged young men. Some of them there were for murder. I have special skills. I was trained in edged weapons training, how to survive that. If you're within 20 feet of somebody with an edged weapon, it's too close. It's way too close. So be about knowing your surroundings. My doors are locked on this car right now. Okay, I'm very aware of what's going on around me. I park myself away so I can see what's going on. When I walk out of the store, do you think you're going to see me doing this? No, I'm going to be doing this. And if I see somebody looking right at me, I'm looking right back at them. And I make a point of letting them know that I see them. Why? Well, because they're going to have to do it very deliberate, and they may choose another time. They may choose another place. They may choose another setting. It would be most likely that I'll exit the theater of battle having a heart attack. Oh, poor Robert. He didn't get enough sleep and he drank too much coffee. I'm doing fine with the coffee. I get all the sleep that I need and I'm good to go. So, no weapon formed against us will prosper. Even when this earth suit of mine stops working, I'm ushered into the presence of God. He lives in and through me right now. So anybody that wants to put the hurt on me, you got to deal with God. He's got to give you permission to do that. So the demons were afraid of Jesus. They knew who he was. He's the living word, the living water, the great I am, the Alpha and Omega, knowing the end from the beginning. I'm not a lightweight in this truth movement. I've got over 40 million views of people seeing me and hearing what I have to say. Is that funny? Yeah, PewDiePie, the most sub channel in the world. Do you feel yourself spinning, wobbling, and gyrating? The morning I saw the video that PewDiePie did that came out, now it has over 13 million views, and yours truly in it, I thought of drinking water upside down on my way to do my morning video. What does that have to do with anything? I don't know, but PewDiePie was drinking water upside down and having it shoot out his nose and having a whole bunch of people yucking it up. Yuck it up, funny boy. Where will you spend eternity and why? I'm going to flip this around and just show you something. So, wherever I go, I'm hiding in plain sight. Easy to find. Easy to see. It's me doing this, like when Morpheus is going to Neo. Come on. That's where I'm at with all this. I'm not afraid to live, die, or tell the truth. That's what you've got with me. I'm the genuine article. I'm actually born again. I'm not a phony Christian that just hopes I'll wake up in heaven someday. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. There's about 250,000 people that die every day. It's just now they're sticking the COVID-19 toe tag on anybody that they can. Isn't that special? Those bastards, I'm telling on them. When I say bastards, I literally mean it. They're Satan's children, the fallen angels. There's technology around that is killing humanity, and I'm exposing it. This is Robert Forsch with the truth. Call anytime.